Libra, your money card for 2026 is the Ten of Cups, and it represents a year of emotional developments with peak experiences and high expectations. For some of you, a male figure with strong Pisces in the natal chart might prove important to your finances. Your financial interests could be linked to the creative and the use of imagination with artistic abilities. For others, the career is motivated by a desire to care or help, and you may work in a position where you take on a supportive or background role, perhaps within a large institution or in a caring or healing profession. And an important goal, promise, and or family will become central to the year. In the positive, the objective is shared well-being, prosperity, and trust in matters related to finances and the use of funds for protection and security. And this might include working on a good parent-child relationship or promoting harmony in your personal relationships. In some cases, you might spend money connected to a celebratory or happy occasion. It could be a wedding ceremony, a family vacation, or time spent with friends and loved ones. Professionally, your career might reach an all-time high or the realization of a hope or dream. It's possible you achieve this with the support and unity of those closest. In fact, cooperation and teamwork are the foundation for your success this year. And with the backing and encouragement of friends and relatives, you might start a new business venture. Some of you could be living with extended family or spending time in another country. And your social contacts also lead to opportunities that bring in new clients, customers, and capital. So your job situation may be going very well, and your financial situation has the potential to improve significantly. For some of you, you've found the way to bridge your personal and professional life. And as a result, you may feel stimulated to finally buy a new home or make a major purchase. Whether personal or professional, this is a year where you're willing to compromise, which is naturally an inherent trait of Libra. Perhaps this is motivated by the awareness of a larger issue at stake, and in some cases, you'll want to heal rifts that may be rooted in the financial, and that could bring peace after a storm. However, for those of you who feel that a situation tied to your economics is hopeless, you may experience unease throughout the year, especially if you feel that the home team seems to be playing for the other side and that people are deliberately working against you. This can manifest as a loss, differences of opinion, marital conflict, family quarrels, discontent with your job, demands by your children that drain time, money, and energy, or maybe it's involvement with those who refuse to share, whether that's money, recognition, or credit. On the other hand, if you've been petty or playing games surrounding money issues, or closing your eyes to the reality of a situation, or trying to circumvent protocol, you may find yourself in for a rude awakening. Maybe it's some form of temptation that proves to be your undoing, a secret affair, or a situation surrounding abundance where there's excess, more than is desired or that is appropriate or healthy. In fact, depending on how self-oriented the outlook, you or others in the community might be insensitive to the well-being of others less fortunate. Maybe you or others are secretive where finances are concerned. Maybe you're involved in a plot, or you could be the victim of hidden enemies. Perhaps there's a need to look at the need to be needed that's causing you to please others to the exclusion of your own personal needs and desires. Something that puts you in the middle of a complex and uncomfortable relationship or situation that will force you to work extremely hard to remove yourself from the circumstance. Maybe you've taken on the role of scapegoat, or you're the disruptive factor in the group, or you find yourself drowning in the needs of your family and their expectations. Part of your issues might be operating under an illusion, and what seems ideal might actually be an over-idealization. Maybe you're striving for the impossible dream, or you're buying into a fantasy you've been sold, or the dream you once held so dearly now seems to be disintegrating. If that's the case, it's probably because someone is raining on your parade, or something you were looking forward to is canceled or delayed. Maybe your pride is wounded in having to accept charitable help from others. As a number 10, this year marks the closing of an emotional cycle in preparation for the new. For some of you, this involves rejecting family values, beliefs, conditioning, and perhaps the refusal to actively participate in the group. It might also manifest as a conscious decision not to have children. How you enter this new phase largely depends on your approach to gaining recognition and the positive or negative influence it has on your success. Much of the activity will take place around your routine, health, work, and domestic affairs, and also the services you offer or your sense of service and duty. Something in your life moves to the next level, or you'll begin something new of significance. And where finances are concerned, matters will tend to unfold or escalate very quickly.